tame. Ooh. Okay, guys, so we're on the road. And we just wanted to talk to you guys about, like, planning a wedding and the steps that you should take to prepare. This is going to be a whole series of planning a wedding. So this is just like the intro. I will insert a few clips up here of some of our wedding pictures that have went viral. I can feature one of the wedding poses that is in Essence magazine right now. And yeah, I mean, but we just want to point out, like, we had 2 years to plan. That's first and foremost. We had 2 years to plan. In our planning, we completely set goals and timelines for everything. So keep that in mind. So, Musa, from a guy's perspective, what would you say, like, before even picking a wedding venue, what would you suggest?
Before picking a wedding venue,
can you look?
Based on my point of view, I think of the type of people I'm dealing with first, then the location, then I leave it up to my wife, of course, to see what she wants. So based on that, what she wants and the distance and the type of people I'm dealing with, that give me a clue where I should make the wedding.
Okay, but what type of advice would you give even before they pick a wedding venue?
Before you guys, just like I said, before you guys pick a wedding venue, you have to think about the people. The people you're surrounded with, who you're gonna invite, the location, and the service, how their places, all of that come into account. So my advice, before you start everything, I would suggest have a budget. That's one thing, and make sure you have a timeline, what should be done before the next. So
yeah,
basically in general, just have a plan and have somebody that can execute that plan.
That's true. That's a huge thing, is setting a budget, a realistic budget that you guys know that you can follow. And if you do go off the budget, this son is disrespectful. If you do go off the budget, at least not let it be by like $20,000 or like $30,000. If you go off the budget, let it be by like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. And it needs to be a budget that you guys can attain within that reasonable time frame. Meaning, so if I said to myself, Norca, the first things first, what you're gonna do is find your wedding dress. Your wedding dress is gonna be custom made. Okay, so let's say that your budget is $10,000, right? So if I find the wedding dress of my dream, but it's $10,500, but it's still within my 3-month goal of that budget, then yeah, I'm gonna buy my $10,500 dress. You know, I think that's what he means, right?
Yeah. Budget is key.
Budget is definitely key. If you're like me, I am an extreme planner, meaning I need to have everything that can possibly be planned. Okay, I'm not about to rush with anything that has my name on it and have it come out looking half raggedy, half done, anything like that. And that's a major for me. It's even outside of the wedding, that's just major for me, period. Okay,
I think that's key also. Planning a wedding, you have to know, you both have to know each other. Like for me, she's the planner. I don't plan. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm the type of guy, I just wake up in the morning and just keep going. But she plans everything, and that helps a lot. So whatever it is about the wedding, she was stressed and everything, I just leave it up to her. She likes to plan, and whatever little I can help, I help. So if you guys know what the strength of one person and another strength of on the next person, use it.
And don't lose your relationship trying to show out for the wedding. What I mean by that is, some people, when they're planning a wedding, it makes or breaks them, because, you know, financial stress comes in. Responsibilities start to come and take place, where you're looking at, as women, you know, most of the time we're looking at men like, okay, you're about to be my husband, like, I'm really hawking you now, like, you're not just a boyfriend that we about to break up tomorrow, like, you don't put the ring on my finger in front of family and friends and so forth, like, I'm hawking you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm watching you. I have to watch you now. I have to see what you're doing because this is what I'm about to commit to. And for some people, they start nitpicking the smaller things because they're under stress, which is completely understandable. So they start nitpicking the smaller things because they're stressed out. Because they're stressed out about something else, like financially and X, Y, and Z. So all that stuff can literally, like, yeah, you can go. He's gonna go pump gas, Serene team.
Yeah, I'll be back.
So all that stuff can literally break you, you know? That causes people to, you know, we're all adults. So that causes people to lose interest sexually, which you have to understand that. Like, some people can't go without sex in a relationship, you know? Some people can, and that's beautiful. That's definitely beautiful, but some people can't, you know? Especially if you go from, like, having sex every day, now you're planning a wedding to be with each other the rest of your life, and then the sex went down to every day to once every 3 weeks. Like, what? Okay, that doesn't make sense, you know? So another thing to make sure that you guys have in your head is the fact that your wedding is for you. Don't let anyone express to you their vision about your wedding. I'm gonna say it again. Don't let nobody tell you their vision for your wedding, okay? Live up to your own expectations. Live up to what you dream your wedding to be. Live up to what you would tolerate to look back on your wedding videos for, okay? I know, especially if you come from a big family like mine, very opinionated, strong family, strong personality and so forth. If you come from that, then I already thought, yo, heads up, you know? Like, heads up. Stand tall, 10 toes down, you feel me? Just stand. And it's not like they mean ill harm. They definitely don't mean ill harm, but you just gotta have it locked in your own head so that when they do come to you and say, like, oh, you know, Norca, I vision you coming into your wedding on a horse and carriage, like, you could just be like, oh, okay, thanks. This is definitely something, like, that's a vision right there. But if your vision is not a horse and carriage, then bitch, don't come in no horse and carriage, okay? Come in the way that you want to come in. And having your vision about your wedding will also help you in picking your wedding venue. That is a big thing as well. Because where we got married, if I didn't see my vision happening there, it didn't happen. So, like, when we went venue shopping, we went to a few places in New Jersey, a few places in Delaware, a few places in Pennsylvania. If I didn't see my vision, like, if I didn't walk in there and say, this is where that part of my wedding expectations can be met, this is where this part of my wedding expectations can be met, this is where this part of my wedding expectations can be met, if I didn't see it, when I walked in there, I literally walked out. I don't have time. My time is precious. I don't have time to waste with the venue. I don't have time to waste with myself. I don't have time to waste with my husband now. I just don't have that time to waste. There's no reason for me to go through. If I'm pulling up to your venue on the outside and I don't see the level of class that I'm looking for, as in, like, the valet parking, white glove valet parking at that, you greeting me with ma'am, sir, may I, please, thank you, that's a red flag to me. I walk into the venue, if I'm not greeted by someone saying, hi, how may I help you, X, Y, and Z, that's a red flag to me. Because you got to remember, before you pick your venue, you are a guest. So what you're doing to me now is what you might do to my guests when they come. And that's, I mean, everyone's expectations are different. So if that doesn't matter to you, that doesn't matter to you. But to me, that's a big deal. That's a huge deal. That's a humongous deal. So, all in all, yeah. What else can we say? Okay. Picking your wedding venue. Look at. Okay. Picking your wedding venue. When you pick your wedding venue, make sure that you and your fiance are in love with the wedding venue, just as equal, if that makes sense. So like, make sure that he or she loves the wedding venue just as much as you do, because you're gonna have to make a few trips to this venue back and forth. Like, I remember Musa and he was just like, every time, if I just feel like the more I go, the less exciting it looks. And I was just like,
that's true.
Holy crap, like we gotta stop coming here. So that's when I started like mailing them the checks and stuff like that. So hold on guys, this is kind of bumpy. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it.
So where are we?
Well, husband,
Yeah.
I've already spoken to them about relationship advice prior to the wedding. I've spoken to them about how to pick your wedding venue. You gave your advice. Anything else that we need to say to our family?
It's a lot. Even the advice, the whole thing is, I might be repeating myself, it's just love each other and know what each and you both want, and just go for that goal. Don't settle for less. It's your day. Go for it.
Yeah. And I conclude. So we're gonna go ahead and close out this video right here, guys. If you liked this video and would like to see episode 2, go ahead and hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe. Hit the bell button. If you would like a post notification shout out in our next video, make sure after you do the 2, you comment Serene Team.
That's right.
All right. So anyway, guys, y'all be safe. We love you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Anyway, guys, y'all be safe. We love you.